I'm on my way to meet up with Charles at his work. Charles was out turkey hunting, going after this one particular tom. He chased this bird for 4 years until one day he stumbled across a Sasquatch. It scared the heck out of him, and he's never gone back after that bird. He told me he works at a small gift shop right on the edge of town. I'm gonna go there, pick him up, and we're gonna travel to the location together. Whoa. My mom's head would explode if she came in here.
A lot of Bigfoot stuff here.
Why do you think that is? Because Renee suggested something the other day that the Bigfoot stuff is here and that makes people hoax. I think it's the exact opposite. I think Bigfoots are here and therefore they've become part of the culture, and then you get stores like this that have Bigfoot stuff.
And there's been a lot of sightings around here too, because they're here.
So today we're gonna go check out the location where we actually saw this thing?
Right.
All right, what do we expect to see out there?
Hopefully we'll see that big tom.
Oh yeah, and what if we do? Did you bring your gun?
Yes, I do have my gun with me, but I've decided I'd rather shoot it with a video camera than with a gun. He's a majestic bird, and it'd be the wrong thing to do.
I love your way of thinking. I've been hunting these guys for 20 years, and at first I was thinking of trying to prove it by killing one and bringing one in. But the more I learned about them, the more I respected them, and now I only hunt them with a video camera.
I like your way of thinking.
Charles is the real deal. He was born and raised right here in southeast Oklahoma. He spent 80% of his life out here in the woods.
Down to about right there.
He was busting that look with the beard and camo and hat long before it was cool. I'm excited about this one.
There's my turkey blind right there. It's where I sat every morning, every evening. I was hunting this one particular tom. For 4 years, I hunted this bird. I wanted him bad. This one particular evening, I heard this ruckus. I looked down there in the ravine, and that's when I seen this creature. And it was huge. Turkey blind, turkey decoys. I ran right past it, never been back.
And which is why the blind is still there, just sitting there.
Exactly. I've decided that that turkey can have this. This is his ridge, he can have it.
Well, I think there's a bigger boy in town than that turkey. Well, since this is the first time you've been back, why don't we try to get a better gauge on how big this thing really was? Here's a walkie-talkie.
All right.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, to your right.
That's perfect right there.
That's it.
Tell me when to stop.
About right there.
Okay, very good.
That's a little over 7 feet, probably right at 7 or 7'2" or something.
You said it was leaning down like this and came up and kind of looked at you like that?
That was perfect. That's exactly what it did.
Yeah, if this thing was
Bending over, doing stuff on the ground. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he was foraging for grubs, pulling up some edible plants, maybe even getting some water, or there's walnuts on the ground. There's a lot of food going on here. All right, man, I'm gonna come back up. I think it might have been foraging for some food or something.
Well, there's plenty down there.
Oh,
that's for
clearly.
sure.
I imagine that during the springtime as well.
Yeah.
It just must be a cornucopia of choices of things to eat.
I pretty much figure it's got a plethora of food.
Ooh. Clearly, there's enough food in this area to sustain a population of large mammals like Sasquatches. I said that there was a cornucopia of food items down there, and of course, Charles countered with, there's a plethora. Well, I think we can both agree that it's a smorgasbord. This sighting has had such a profound effect on Charles that he has now given up his 4-year quest to bag that turkey. He has yielded it to the master hunter that lives in these woods.
After nearly a week here, we've met a lot of good witnesses, and now we're gonna go pick up Bobo from his camping trip. We're all pretty confident this area could produce some Squatch action, and this coming break in the weather could be just what we need.
Hey now.
How'd you make out?
I was at a cemetery, an old homestead site near Daryl and Marilee's up there. Actually had Squatches around. They came up, there was at least 2 of them. One ran through the trees and brush, stomped like 80 yards away. Probably about an hour and a half after that, I got a couple strong whiffs of the Squatch smell. Definitely Squatch smell.
The three of us went there. We followed up with Daryl and Mary Lee. He's been playing that B flat, and they say that they are continually getting activity as a result.
I mean, I know this river's key because that river runs by their house, and that's right where they were on. They were on the river.
That river flows into Broken Bow Lake, where I investigated Charles's sighting, and I'm confident he saw a Sasquatch. But then the river flows out of it, and look at this. There's a huge national wildlife refuge right here along the river.
I know no Bigfooters have ever tried to go in there because it's just total swampy zone. But we could get near the edge on one of the sides where there's just farms and grazing areas, get right up next to it, and then maybe draw one out.
Well, it sounds like we got a perfect spot. I got the perfect technique. When I was on my solo investigation, I was driving down the road trying to get to the edge of a swamp. I see this guy working on a cherry picker. It's a basket on the end of a big arm that goes elevates you to work on power lines and such. I talked to the guy. He's totally down for supporting the Squatch cause. Then goes 50 feet up in the air. You can see over all these trees.
I'd love to be up in that.
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be perfect for you, Matt.
If Matt's up above with a bird's eye view of the entire terrain and listening 360 degrees all around, I could be down below actually playing an instrument of some sort to try to bring the Bigfoots in, utilizing what we learned up here at Mary Lee and Daryl's house.
It's perfect. Bobo, you get a hold of that guy. Let's go get our gear ready.
All right.
This is it, our final night investigation here in Southeast Oklahoma, and I've been waiting for this for a long time. Matt can start his cherry picking thing, I'll start my guitar picking thing, and you guys beat your feet that direction.
Down to the river. Let's roll, Bobes.
Okay.
Matt, let me get you up in the air. All right, Matt, you ready?
Yeah.
Cool, because I've never really done this before. Being up 50 feet above the ground in a cherry picker gives Matt a huge advantage over anyone on the ground. His calls will go further. He can direct the other team by watching them on the thermal imager, and also he can hear things that I wouldn't be able to because the sounds would be absorbed by the forest itself.
Wow. I think I found my place in life. This is where I belong, up on a cherry picker. I must have lived in a lighthouse in a past life.
Okay, Cliff, let her rip. Okay.
Tell Clip we're not trying to attract patchouli-wearing hippies. We want to attract Bigfoots.
Bobo and Ray, do you copy?
Matt.
Okay, Matt Holland 10.
Okay, here comes Renee answer. Dang, that was good.